Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park West. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday afternoon, 10 races to show you. Let's go to those track and weather conditions. The main track is fast. The turf course affirmed. The first race, 1 mile on that fast main track. These are maiden claim is 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 3, Ask the Air, and number 4, King Agrippa.
And they're off. A good even beginning. Captain Bober shows some early speed, so too did Loose Note at the inside. Little Todd is coming through at the rail as they race on to the first turn. And it's Little Todd and Captain Bober who will do battle around the first turn. Loose Note got away in third. Floating a little bit wide around the first turn was La Leyenda, and El Emmanuel is the trailer, and clearing for the top is a Captain Bober. So Captain Bober's on top by 2 lengths over Little Todd, who races in a second. Then caught wide on the outside is La Leyenda. Inside next is Loose Note, and El Emmanuel will do his running later. He is last, now making up ground on the outside as they race up the back stretch. It's Captain Bober still on top. The lead is a length and 3/4. On the outside is La Leyenda coming with that one. On the outside is El Emmanuel. Little Todd is next. Then at the inside is Loose Note with just less than a half mile left to run. Captain Bober still the one. On top by a half a length. On the outside trying to inch closer is El Emmanuel. At the inside next is La Leyenda as they race around the far turn. And it's Captain Bober still a length and a half to the good. El Emmanuel is chasing. Little Todd's coming on the outside. Then at the inside is La Leyenda. Those 4 separated by about 4 lengths as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Captain Bober turns with the lead. Little Todd is fanning 4 wide for the drive. Caught in between horses is El Emmanuel as they straighten away for the stretch drive. La Leyenda's into the mix there too. Captain Bober still with a length lead. Up the rail is La Leyenda. Trying to come on the outside is Little Todd. But Captain Bober has fended off every pressure so far, and Captain Bober wins by 3. Over Little Todd second, then La Leyenda at the inside was El Emmanuel and Loose Note.
Number 2, Captain Bober wins the opener, pays $6.80, owned by Fred LeBeau, trained by Barry Rose, and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. The second race is on the turf at 7.5 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the main track only, number 10, Kaboo.
They're off. Dixieland Dudes from the center. From the far outside, Total Treasure shows some early speed. All This Jazz up the inside is there too. From in between horses is Psycho Girl. And Psycho Girl and Total Treasure will do battle as they race on to the first turn. They are up by 4 lengths. Caught wide around that first turn was a Sunshine Treasure. All This Jazz comes through at the inside. From in between horses is Trini Pleasure. Then at the inside is Dixieland Dudes. Tiki Taka is next. And the back marker is the Gray Aloha Street as they race up the back stretch, and Psycho Girl and Total Treasure continue to set the pace. They've slowed it down on the front end. All This Jazz continues to track from in third. Trini Pleasures on the outside fourth, racing about 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then comes the Sunshine Treasure. At the inside next is Dixieland Dudes, about 7 lengths off the lead. From there is a Tiki Taka. Miss Lotus Flowers on the outside. And the Gray Aloha Street still has a lot of work to make up. Still 12 lengths off the lead as they race on to the far turn. It's Psycho Girl who has the lead. Total Treasure's been there throughout. Up the inside is All This Jazz. Trini Pleasure's going to have to fan out wide as they race to the top of the stretch. It is Psycho Girl and a Total Treasure. These two come off the turn together. Trini Pleasure, though, is trying to come on the outside. Tiki Taka is trying to get into the mix there, too. Here comes Total Treasure from in between them. Splitting them is Dixieland Dudes, who's come on to take the lead. Dixieland Dudes leads by a length and a quarter. Coming on the outside is Trini Pleasure, but here is Dixieland Dudes, who draws off to win by 4 lengths in the end. Dixieland Dudes wins over a Psycho Girl. In the center was a Tiki Taka. Photo there for place.
Number 4, Dixieland Dudes, splits horses. Really nice ride by Luis Castillo. Trained by Nick of Time Stable and trained by Terry Pompey. That horse paid $6 to win. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the third race of the afternoon. Welcome back. Race number 3 this afternoon, a 5-furlong sprint. These are maiden 2-year-olds. Scratch the 1, King Leo. The number 2, Connolly Station.
And they're up. Combination gets the first call from the outside from in between horses. Forever Mo shows speed. Princess Zaya's into the mix there too. Mantra got away in fourth, about 6 lengths off the lead. Then comes Auger as they race onto the far turn with a half-mile to go. And it's Combination who has the lead by a length and a quarter. It's Combination on top. At the inside next, Princess Zaya as they run onto the far turn. Outside is Forever Mo, about a length off the lead. Then comes Mantra, who's now into the mix. The first-time starter is right there. So it's Combination who has the lead. From in between horses is Forever Mo. Mantra's motoring on the outside. Princess Zaya is trying to get into the mix there too. And then Auger's at the back. Heads are turned for home. On the outside, Combination has the lead. From in between horses, it's Mantra. Then at the inside is Forever Mo. On the outside next is Princess Zaya. Auger is next. But Combination has the lead, and Combination's going to draw off to win easily by 4.5, 5 lengths in the end. Princess Zaya was second. Mantra was third. Then came Forever Mo from Auger.
Nice performance by first-time starter Combination, owned by Jonathan Green, trained by Joe Orsino, and ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. That horse paid $4.20 to win. Fourth race this afternoon on the turf at 7.5 furlong. These are claimers 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races. Scratch the 3, Salsa Cappuccino, and also scratch number 10, Il Ferron. The off-time favorite in the race is the number 1 on Cruise Control.
And they're up. Diamond Majesty goes from in between horses on the outside of that one is a Day of Reckoning. In between them is Indian School as they race on to the first turn. Southern Cal had a little bit of a slow beginning. Chasing the Roses is caught wide around the first turn. Then comes a Gregory Sun from there. Towards the inside is Mass Approval and On Cruise Control. As they race on to the backstretch, it's Day of Reckoning on top by a length and a quarter. Diamond Majesty will race from second. Outside third is Chasing the Roses. Chasing the Roses about 6 lengths off the lead. Still caught wide up the backstretch is Gregory Sun. Then at the inside is Indian School. From there is Southern Cal, a length and a quarter further back to On Cruise Control. And the back marker is Mass Approval. They continue up the backstretch, a little over a half-mile left to go. And it's Day of Reckoning, still the one. Day of Reckoning is on top by a length and a quarter. Chasing the Roses, still chasing on the outside in second. Up the hedge is Diamond Majesty. Then comes Gregory Sun, who still caught a little bit wide. Southern Cal is there. On Cruise Control is trying to get into the race there too. As they make their way to the top of the stretch, it's Day of Reckoning. Day of Reckoning will turn first with the lead. Trying to stride up on the outside is Diamond Majesty. Shooting up the inside is a Southern Cal, trying to come with a big burst to the outside is On Cruise Control, but it's Day of Reckoning with the lead by 2 open lengths over Southern Cal on the outside. On Cruise Control, Diamond Majesty in between them. Day of Reckoning wins. Southern Cal second, tight for the show between Diamond Majesty and On Cruise Control. Gregory Sun was fifth.
Number 9, Day of Reckoning, scores for Liana Stable Incorporated, trained by Luis Ramirez, and gives Paco Lopez his 2nd consecutive victory. Race number 5 this afternoon, 6 1/2 furlongs, maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Jockey change on the 1, make the rider C.C. Lopez.
They're up. From the extreme outside, Dreaming of Mermaids gets the first call. In between horses is Chief Beau No Move as they sprint onto the main track. Up the inside is Bally's Dream, who shows some early contentious speed. Then is the Gray White Beauty. Inside next is Ocala's Caliente. Being shuffled back there is a Salsa Queen as they continue their run up the backstretch. It's About Me is about mid-pack, about 7 lengths off the lead. Then comes Bourbon Trace, and the trailer is Order In. They sprint up the backstretch at Gulfstream West, and it's Bally's Dream doing battle with Chief Beau No Move, who's taken over the top spot. On the outside is Dreaming of Mermaids as they make their run onto the far turn. It's About Me races in fourth, about 6 lengths off the lead. Then at the inside is Bandita Rags with a little bit more than a quarter to go. On the outside, Dreaming of Mermaids up to engage Chief Beau No Move for the lead. Bally's Dream is at the inside. Bandita Rags is going to swing 3 wide for the drive as they make their way to the top of the stretch. A little bit more than a furlong left to go. Dreaming of Mermaids on the outside. Chief Bone No Move is trying to battle on at the inside, but Dreaming of Mermaids has taken over the lead. Coming late on the outside now. Here comes Order In. From in between horses is Salsa Queen. It's Chief Bone No Move with the lead. Chasing now Dreaming of Mermaids, and Dreaming of Mermaids will win it. Chief Bone No Move was second, Salsa Queen was third, Order In, then came Bandita Rags.
Number 10, the favorite, Dreaming of Mermaids, scores for Teamwork Horseman Group Incorporated, trained by one Andreas Rodriguez and ridden to victory today by Lionel Reyes. We're taking a short break. When we come back, we'll have race number 6.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Welcome back. 6th race of the afternoon, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. They'll be coming out of the turf chute. These are claimers 3-year-olds and upward. 10 runners in the field, no scratches or jockey changes to report.
And they're up. Strong composition sprints away from the inside, from in between horses. Abbott's out and away for the lead. From the outside is Power Line as they come on to the main turf course. Outside Power Line will do battle with Abbott as they come in front of the stands for the first occasion. Bridal's Holiday is on the outside, racing in third, about 4.5 lengths off the lead. A strong composition is now at the inside, moving up the outside as they race on to the clubhouse turn. There is Tiger Paw. Then comes Royalston. At the inside is Spring Up. It's about 3 lengths further back too. Unicat at the inside is What Power, and I'm Just as Super is the trailer. They're well strung out as they race up the backstretch, but it is Abbott and Power Line. These two are dueling it out as they race up the backstretch. The gap of 3 back to the gray. Bridal's Holiday. On the outside is a strong composition in fourth, about 7 lengths off the lead. Racing fifth is a Spring Up. 2 lengths further back to Tiger Paw with a little bit more than a half mile left to go. Then comes Royalston trying to make up ground to the outside as I'm Just Super. In between horses is Unicat, and What Power continues to trail. Abbott on top still, but on the outside still pressuring is Power Line. These two have been dueling it out since the beginning. At the inside is Bridal's Holiday as they race on to the far turn. Strong composition is starting to get into the mix there too. I'm Just Super is going to fan out wide for the drive as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Heads are turned for home. It is Abbott. Abbott has the lead. Coming up the inside is Bridal's Holiday. On the outside is Spring Up. Abbott is fought throughout, but at the inside, coming on now is Bridal's Holiday. On the far outside, What Power is coming. What Power on the outside. What Power gets up in the shadow of the wire. Bridal's Holiday, then Royalston was third.
Number 6, What Power, scores, and it's Paco Lopez again. He gets his third victory. This horse pays $6.40 to win, trained by Safi Joseph Jr. The 7th race is a 5.5 furlong sprint. These are claimers, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward.
And they're up. Slow beginning for Helen Rose. On the extreme outside, Indian Myth shows some early contentious speed. Super Witch through at the inside, and Painted on Jeans is right there too. So Painted on Jeans will clear through the first furlong. Super Witch is on the outside. Then at the inside next is to Shea. After that slow beginning, Helen Rose is on the outside, 3 wide around the turn. Then at the inside is Indian Myth. Racing next is Hurricane Roberta, then comes Bun Bun, and at the back is Leading on You. They run around the far turn here at Gulfstream Park, and on the outside, Indian Myth is putting in a run. At the inside is Painted on Jeans. Right there is Super Witch as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Heads are turned for home. It's Super Witch who turns with the lead. Touche, and the mint green silks coming down the center of the race course. Painted on Jeans is right there too. Outside outside is the gray Bun who's trying to close on these leaders, but it is Super Witch with a 16th of a mile left to go. Touche is still trying on the outside. Down the center of the race course is Bun, but it is Super Witch to win. Over Touche, then came a Bun and Hurricane Roberta.
Number 2, Super Witch. What a job. Wire to wire gives Miguel Vasquez, the jockey, his second victory on the card, owned by Anthony DePaula and trained by Ruben Gracida. The 8th race, 1 mile on the turf. These are claimed as fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races. Scratch number 8, Miss Helen. Also scratched the 10, La Lova.
And they're off. Pretty even beginning. Maddie's Salsa at the inside shows speed. Publicist from in between horses will match strides with Stars Bella Vita. These two will stretch out as they come down in front of the stands. Tanda's Joy's at the inside. Little Bridge is on the outside, racing in 5th, about 10 lengths off the lead. On the outside, going 3 wide, is Aquamini around the first turn. Game Girl is right there too. Then comes a Fast Mama, and the back marker is Niola Princess. On top of the field is Stars Bella Vita by a length and a quarter. Publicist content to watch from the second, just off her flank. Then it's a gap of 4. Back to Maddie Salsa. Tanda's Joyce about 8 lengths off the lead from 4th. 5th towards the outside is Aquamini. 6th at the inside is the gray Little Bridge, who's about to be passed on the outside. Niola Princess is coming on there too, and the back marker is a Game Girl. The front steppers, Star Bella Vita and a Publicist. These two still out by about 6 lengths as they race onto the far turn with a little bit less than a half mile left to go. It Stars Bella Vita on top by 2 open lengths here. Publicist races in a second as they race around the far turn. Maddie's Salsa is trying to get into the mix from 3rd. Then Tanda's Joy will fan out 4 wide for the drive as they make their way to the top of the stretch. It Stars Bella Vita. Up the inside trying to come on is Aquamini. On the outside is Tanda's Joy. From in between horses, it's Maddie's Salsa with the lead as Stars Bella Vita. Tanda's Joy is coming quickly, but is going to run out of racetrack here as Stars Bella Vita will win. Over Tanda's Joy, Maddie's Salsa. Then came Aquamini. From there was Publicist. Fast Mama.
Number 5, Stars Bella Vita scores for owner L. Barrett Bernard, trained by Eddie Pleasa Jr., and the favorite ridden to victory today by Edgard Zayas. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the 9th race, and it's the first half of our late daily double. The Fall Turf Festival is underway at Gulfstream Park West. Mark your calendars because on Saturday, November 10th, Gulfstream will be offering 8 stakes for Florida breds, 3 on the turf, totaling $600,000. There will be 4 races for 2-year-olds, many with aspirations of competing in the winter and spring classics. Don't forget, you can watch and wager on Gulfstream Park West races in our world-class Silks Simulcast Center, located on the 1st floor at beautiful Gulfstream Park. Join us at Gulfstream Park and Gulfstream Park West on Saturday, November 10th. Welcome back for race number 9, the first half of the late daily double. 1 mile and 70 yards. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Late scratch in the race of number 7, Love Tree. Please note the jockey on the number 6 is Jose Batista. The weight is 121 pounds.
The rest are off. Brown's Gap gets the first call from in between horses. WW Concerto on the outside, Diamond Square. Jaden's Best got away in 4th. Then on the outside is Peace Points. At the rail next is Joshua's Comprise as they race onto the turn, and then comes Grand Chief. On top of the field, though, is WW Concerto, who leads by a half a length. On the outside is Diamond Square. Then it's a gap of 2 lengths further back to Brown's Gap. The inside, Jaden's Best is 3rd, about 4.5 lengths off the lead. Joshua's Comprise is next. Then comes Grand Chief, and on the outside is Peace Points. They make their run up the backstretch here at Gulfstream West, and it's WW Concerto, a half a length to the good. Now 3 parts of a length over Diamond Square on the outside. From there is Brown's Gap. And it's a gap of 2 lengths further back to a 3-wide Grand Chief. At the inside next is Jaden's Best. Joshua's Comprise is in between horses as they race their onto the far turn. Then comes It is WW Concerto with the lead by 2.5 lengths as they make their run around the far turn. WW Concerto is on top by 2 lengths, but here comes Brown's Gap on the outside with a little bit more than a quarter of a mile left to go. And Brown's Gap is up to engage the leader as they make their run to the top of the stretch. A little bit more than a furlong left to go. And Brown's Gap shoves ahead on top as they come inside that final furlong. Joshua's Caprice is trying to do more on the outside. On the far outside, coming on late is Diamond Square. Diamond Square is trying to get to Brown's Gap. Then coming up the inside is WW Concerto. WW Concerto and Brown's Gap. It's Brown's Gap to win. WW Concerto, then came a Diamond Square and Joshua's Caprice.
Number 2, Brown's Gap scores, and very nicely, $7.80, owned by Super, trained by Angel Quiros, and ridden today by Hector Berrios. So Hector Berrios really riding in good form. The 10th and final race today, 7 1/2 furlongs. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Jockey on the 1 is Oscar Ujola. Scratch the 4, scratch the 5, and please note the 10 is a first-time gelding.
Final field for a Saturday afternoon at Gulfstream West is sent on their way. Home Jerome was a little bit slow to go. German Alberto shows speed from in between the horses. Mexican Lucky's away for the lead. Caught 3 wide is Awesome Stack. 4 wide around that turn will be Infamy. So these 4 will slug it out around the first turn. Indy's Quick Image is trying to get into the mix, but is caught way wide around that turn. Betamax is next, and on the outside is Home Jerome after the slow beginning. Dr. Chat is next, 2 in front of Leave It to Quay. Then comes Fugencio, and then it's a gap of 6 back to Captain Corbin. They make their run up the back stretch, and it's Infamy on the outside. Infamy on top by a 1/2 length. At the inside, racing next is Awesome Stack. Then it's a length further back in between horses to Mexican Lucky as they race on to the far turn. A little bit less than a 1/2 mile left to go. At the inside is Infamy. And Infamy leads by a 1/2 length. On the outside, Leave It to Quay is into the mix there too. So too is Home Jerome. Inside next is Awesome Stack. As they make their way to the top of the stretch, it's Infamy who will turn with the lead. Home Jerome is caught in between horses and is trying to run on. Home Jerome is into the mix there too, but Infamy trying to come late on the outside now as they are in a deep stretch here. Awesome Stack on the outside. Taking over the top spot was Betamax, and Betamax is going to draw off to win by 6 lengths in the end. Betamax wins over Dr. Chat. Then came German Alberto.
Number 3, Betamax, wins the nightcap for jockey Miguel Vasquez, his 3rd win on the card. This one owned by Ranlow Investments, LLC, and trained to victory by Larry Pilati. The horse paid $4.80 to win. In the pick 5 today, 5 of 5 paid $324.10, 4 of 5, $6.50. In the Rainbow 6, 6 out of 6 paid $263.46. The carryover going into Sunday's 10-race card, $6,228.48. And that wraps up Saturday's card. We're right back here on Sunday with another 10-race card. Our first race post 1:15 p.m. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.